Hello, good morning. Live from Westminster on this historic day, Labour has won a landslide victory in the general election and Sir Keir Starmer is to become the UK's next Prime Minister. He'll run the country with one of the largest ever parliamentary majorities, becoming the first Labour leader to win a general election in almost 2 decades.
Today we start the next chapter, begin the work of change, the mission of national renewal, and start to rebuild our country.
Admitting defeat, Rishi Sunak said voters had delivered a damning verdict on the Conservative Party after 14 years in power.
The British people have delivered a sobering verdict tonight. There is much to learn and reflect on, and I take responsibility for the loss.
In one of the most dramatic moments of the election, the former Prime Minister Liz Truss loses to Labour. Penny Mordaunt, Grant Shapps, Gillian Keegan and Jacob Rees-Mogg were all also voted out as a record-breaking 11 cabinet ministers lose their seats. It's been a big night of success for the Liberal Democrats. Sir Ed Davey celebrates their best results in recent history. And Reform leader Nigel Farage says he's coming after Labour after winning a seat in Parliament at the 8th attempt. In Scotland, a hugely disappointing night for the SNP, who fall victim to a resurgent Labour Party north of the border.
We will have full analysis of the general election results here through the day on Sky News and what it means for the political parties.
Well, this is the scene in Downing Street this morning, where later today we will witness only the second change of government in 27 years. So, Sir Keir Starmer set to become the first Labour leader elected Prime Minister at a general election since Tony Blair's landmark victory in 1997. Hello and good morning from Westminster. On this historic day for the United Kingdom, Labour has won the general election in a landslide victory and Sir Keir Starmer will become the country's next Prime Minister. After 14 years of Conservative rule, Rishi Sunak conceded defeat a little bit before 5 this morning, saying it had been a sobering night for his party. A total of 11 cabinet ministers have so far lost their seats. That's a record, as has, in just the past few minutes, Mr Sunak's predecessor as Prime Minister, Liz Truss. Labour's now won more than 400 seats in a landslide, second only to Tony Blair's in 1997. Well, if you're just joining us, it is time to look now at the numbers. We have got some results still to come in, I should say. We'll bring them to you as soon as we do, but just look at that in the centre. Sir Keir Starmer, Labour won so far 409 seats, more than doubling the 202 they won in 2019. The Conservatives currently on 116. That's only around a third of the 365 seats they won under Boris Johnson. It's been a big night for the Liberal Democrats. They are on a total of 70 seats so far. Remember, they only had 11 at the last election, which gives you a sense of just what a good night this has been for Sir Ed Davey. In contrast, though, it's been a disastrous night for the SNP in Scotland. They're only on 8 seats in total in Scotland. A very, very bad night for the SNP. They won 48 in 2019, so really they're a victim of a resurgent Labour Party. Reform have won their first ever parliamentary seats. They're on a total of 4. That includes victory for Nigel Farage at the 8th attempt in Clacton. You can imagine what kind of a voice he's going to be in the House of Commons. Plaid Cymru are on 4 seats in total, and the Green Party have won 4 seats so far as well. So good night so far for the Green Party. Well, this is the scene live in Downing Street. At some point this morning, we are expecting to hear from Rishi Sunak. Travelling down from his North Yorkshire constituency, he will be speaking in Number 10 for the final time. Things are going to be moving very quickly today. The transfer of power in the United Kingdom is a pretty brutal business. All day here on Sky News, we're going to be discussing the outcome of this historic general election with our panel of guests. In this hour, we're going to be joined by the veteran Labour politician Dame Margaret Hodge and the Conservative peer Baroness Nicky Morgan. Great to have you both here with us. Also with us throughout the day, two people who shouldn't really need much introduction from me, our Deputy Political Editor Sam Coates, and a very familiar face to Sky News viewers, our election analyst Adam Boulton. We'll have more from them shortly.